How to use pseudocode to plan if statements. If statements are usually used to make decision in your code and to check where the control of the program goes. But sometimes the decision making part might be complicated and you need to plan where you lay your if statement and how to segregate the conditions. In order to do that, we use a pseudocode. Pseudocode is just a plan or a layout of how the actual code will look like. So you can use pseudocode to plan how the decisions will be made. We can look at an example here of a pseudocode. Suppose we have a code where we have to grade the students based on their test score. So to get to make the decision on the grade, we have to use the if-else statement. But it is complicated because we have uh, pass or fail, and then if we pass, we have the grades A, B, C, D, E. So to plan out how we segregate the if and else part, to see which parts which parts we make decisions and which parts we keep as a part of a code, we use a pseudocode. So in our pseudocode, we first get the test score and then we write the if part. Now suppose let's say that 50 is the minimum marks we need to pass a student. So first part is that the student should get at least 50 marks. So that is greater than that means the test score is greater than or equal to 50. So that will be the if block. Within that passing category, we will check which grade is assigned to what marks. So the first we will see is if test score greater than or equal to 90. So we give them grade A. So that means if the marks are more than 90, equal to 90 or more, that means the student will get grade A. The else if, that means the elif, which is in Python, is to check if the test score is greater than or equal to 80. That time we give the grade as B. Next is we check the else if part to see if the test score is greater than or equal to 70. That time we give the students a grade C. Next is if we check if the test score is greater than or equal to 60. That time we give the grade D. And the last grade that we have left in the passing category is grade E, that we will put in the else part. So if the student does not satisfy any of the above conditions, that means the student has got marks within the range 50 to 60. So that student will get the grade E. Next we have the else part, which means the fail part. That time we give the grade fail. Let's see the code version of this pseudocode. So we first take the input score. It's an integer, so we write int input, enter the score. Next we write the if statement. Oh wait, I'll have to write the so first I'll write the grade. Grade is equal to empty string, which will be our output. Next is we write the if statement. So if the score is greater than or equal to 50, enter this. Next we see if the score is greater than or equal to 90. So that time we give the variable grade is equal to capital A. Next elif score is greater than equal to 80. Grade will be B. Similarly, following the pseudocode, we have written the rest of the elif statements. Next we write the else statement, else grade is equal to E. And then the main else part is that the grade is equal to fail. So we write F. Lastly, we print the grade. So print grade colon and the variable grade. Now when we run this code, we can enter test score 88. So this gives grade B, which is correct. It is not greater than 90, which means it's not grade A, and it is greater than 80, so it goes to grade D. We'll run this again and see the next test case. If the test score is less than 50, so let's give 23, and the grade will be F. So we have tested both the cases. Next we can try the score as 50, which is the main score which divides the fail and the pass. So 50, when we enter 50, we get grade E, which is correct because we have written greater than or equal to 50. If we have written just greater than 50, that time it would be fail. Grade would be F. So we have tested all of our test cases, and this is how we plan a complicated if statement. And it is always a good practice to plan out your complicated parts with a pseudocode, especially in cases like if statements, where the control of your code depends on the expressions that you are given in your if statement.